News at 6 starts now.
Happening now, a Leon County grand jury deciding Tallahassee police were justified in all 3 deadly shootings this year. Good evening, I'm Julie Montanaro.
And I'm Ben Kaplan. Those shootings all happening within a 2-month span this spring. The first on March 20th on Blairstone Road as officers tried to arrest carjacking suspect Mychael Johnson. The second on North Monroe, May 19th. Officers killing Wilbon Woodard after they say he charged them with a knife.
Then on May 27th, police shooting stabbing suspect Tony McDade on Holton Street after they say he pointed a gun at officers. Monica Casey was at the courthouse this afternoon as those decisions were made public. Monica?
Well, the grand jury cleared all 3 officers, saying their actions to use deadly force were justified. This decision came out around 4 o'clock today. The grand jury has been meeting since Monday. Now, the first officer-involved shooting this year took place on March 20th. Mychael Johnson killed on Blairstone Road. The grand jury heard evidence that Johnson led police on a chase in a carjacked vehicle. When police caught up to him, an officer tried to tase him, but it was ineffective. The investigation shows Johnson tried to take the officer's weapon when he was shot by another officer. In the case of Wilbon Woodard, killed on May 19th, Woodard was the suspect in an assault. The grand jury says Woodard came out of the bushes with a hunting knife and charged an officer, threatening to kill him. And most recently in the case of Tony McDade, the grand jury finding that shooting justified when McDade took a shooting stance while pointing a gun at the officer. The officer who fired the shots did not have their body camera footage turned on. The grand jury saying that should be dealt with by TPD internally. I asked Tallahassee Mayor John Daly what he would say to those who intend to protest these decisions.
We will guarantee everyone's constitutional right to have their voices heard. But at the same time, I am asking all citizens to work together. Your voice is stronger in a peaceful manner. That is how we get our message across.
In light of the grand jury findings, the mayor calling for 3 reforms. First, for all officer-involved shootings to be reviewed by an outside law enforcement agency. Second, for a full audit of TPD's use of force policy. And lastly, for mental health crisis response teams at TPD. Mayor Daley saying there are great men and women working at TPD, and he's proud of the reforms that have been in place so far, but he says the work has just begun. Reporting live at City Hall, Monica Casey, WCTV Eyewitness News.
Okay, Monica, thank you.
New tonight at 6, we have our first look at